Hey boss babes, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys exactly where and how to wholesale things for your online boutique. Now if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more boutique tutorials, business hacks, and ways to make more money online. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in and let's get into the video. So a lot of you may be wondering and may be asking, where and how exactly do I wholesale inventory? So there are multiple answers I can give you to that question, but I'm just going to break it down for you so you can understand it in one simple video. So to begin with, there are multiple ways that you can wholesale things. You can get them pre-made in the United States, you can get them pre-made overseas, you can get them custom made here, you can get them custom made overseas. So that being said, let's start this video by talking about the ways to wholesale. Now my favorite way, and a lot of people's favorite way to wholesale, is right here within the United States with a seller's permit. So basically all you need to do for this method is you need to register with your local division, whoever takes care of the seller's permit. This can be your local tax center, this can be the Department of Revenue, your local tax collector. So whoever handles the permits within your state to wholesale, that is going to be who you go to get your seller's permit. So what you can do now that you have that seller's permit is you can register on a wholesale directory. Now what is the difference between buying on a wholesale directory versus with a supplier directly? Well, one, you don't have to go around and register your permit with every single supplier. Instead what you do is you apply to one directory, and that one directory will give you access to all of those popular vendors. And so this is a really great option, especially for beginners. So that is my first method that I recommend, and that is the method that I would go with if I was a beginner. Now let's talk about the second method here. The second method would be having your items manufactured by a manufacturer. So you would basically have to either go overseas or go within the United States and find a supplier who can make your own pieces for you and who you can negotiate with and talk about what exactly you need to have altered. So some examples of these platforms is Alibaba and AliExpress. Alibaba and AliExpress are another version of a wholesale directory, except they connect you to suppliers all over the world, and in most cases you do not need a seller's permit. Typically when people talk about Alibaba, they think cheap, they think Chinese, they think unreliable, and so a lot of people kind of have a bad taste in their mouth when they hear Alibaba. But Alibaba is actually not only for people who are wholesaling in China. You can actually filter out your suppliers to be based out of Turkey, based out of the United States, they can be from Pakistan, they can be from Portugal. So you can actually set up those filters and pick where you want your suppliers to be. All in all, I still definitely recommend the first method, but I'm going to be showing you guys both in this video. So right now we are going over to a platform called fashiongo.net. Basically when you go here on the wholesale page, you need to go to this register button and register here. And so what you're going to do is you're going to basically sign up to shop. Basically what they're going to ask you guys in these steps is just your first, last name, email address, a password. And then after that, this is where you guys will have to put in your business information, such as your company name, your business address, your name. And then before we move on, up in this field, they're going to ask you guys for a seller's permit number. When you have a seller's permit and you are able to purchase from USA wholesale directories, you have access to the top vendors in the United States. I have never had a quality issue. There's of course sometimes where they mess up and they send you the wrong piece, or an item might come defective, but most of the time when you look at the item on the model, that is literally going to be exactly what you get. So you're not going to have that quality issue and need to have patience and time to test every single item. Now I can't go into all the different types of suppliers in this video. I do have a really bomb vendor list playlist over here where I give you guys the most top bomb suppliers. If you guys want to sell something trendy and if you guys want high quality and have things similar to Fashion Nova and Forever 21, then you might want to go ahead and check out those vendor lists because I have them up here for free. And so once you guys fill out that information, it's basically just going to ask you for an email verification, and then once they approve you, which can take about 3 days, sometimes more, sometimes less, you can go ahead and sign in and begin to shop with these vendors. So when you get in, this is what it's going to look like. I'm just going to pull up a vendor that I already know and that I am already acclimated with, and that is TikTok. So let's just take this item for example. Let's say I wanted to purchase this and add it to my store. All you do is you put in the quantity that you want. So if you want one pre-pack, you can select one. If you want two pre-packs, you can select 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. And the other thing to note with buying wholesale in the United States is that most vendors already have a preset pre-pack for you that you cannot modify. So in this example, you can see that one pre-pack will provide me 6 smalls, 4 mediums, and 2 larges. Most of the time they're going to be sold in a 321 or a 222. So once you select that, you can add it to your shopping bag. And then once you do all your shopping, you'll basically just give them all your information. And if you're looking for a supplier and they have this little orange car up here, that means that they offer consolidated shipping, which means that you get to save a whole bunch of money on shipping and get your items all at once. So moving on, let me show you guys how to use Alibaba.com. So you're basically going to go to Alibaba.com now. There you can sign up the same way you would sign up for a regular regular rewards account, so just an email and a password is good. So once you do that and you're on the homepage, you're going to come to a website that has a whole bunch of options for everything. So on Alibaba, you can manufacture shampoo bottles, you can manufacture caps, shoes, backpacks, hair, all kinds of stuff. But if you're watching this video, I'm guessing you are here to learn how to manufacture clothes. So let's begin by looking up hot pink crop tops and let's see what comes up. So I know this one isn't hot pink, but I actually really like this style. So if you go right somewhere over here, you can actually see all of the company information. So we can see that they've only been active for around 1 year. So I personally wouldn't really recommend buying anybody who has less than 3 years of experience, because you don't want to have to babysit them and to tell them exactly what to do the whole steps of the way. But let's just use this supplier for an example of how you would figure out if they might be reliable or if they may not. If you go to their page and you go to their drop down of products, everything that they have right here should all be in a similar category. What you wouldn't want, for example, is to look here and it says yoga mats, pots and pans, shoes. You don't want that, because then you know that the supplier doesn't specify and specifically manufacture that item. And in fact, they might not even have a warehouse because they're so spread out and they're probably just distributing whatever is popular. So I personally wouldn't go for a supplier that doesn't specialize in one single niche, because that's going to say a lot about their quality and a lot about the professionalism of their products. So that would be the very first thing that I search for. Now the second thing that I would look for is I would go ahead and go over to this company overview. Now what I am looking for here is I am looking for their address. Now for some reason, I do not see their exact address, but what I would personally avoid is a suite number, a room number, an office number, because if there's a factory manufacturing items, they shouldn't be in a room on a second floor in the building. They should be somewhere out in the open where they have a big warehouse and are able to make those stuff. Now, the other thing that I'm going to look for is what region they are located in. So Zhejiang, or however you say that, that is a coastal region, meaning that your shipping is going to be a lot easier. So that is a couple of things that I would look for. And then you can also filter it to have trade assurance for it to be verified. So that is the way that you would buy inventory overseas on Alibaba. And so now that you guys understand the two different types of ways you can wholesale, I want y'all to know that you can do the same exact thing as you did on Alibaba in the United States. A couple of different manufacturers that are here in the United States is the Evans Group. They're a fashion district right here in Los Angeles. You can see that Montclair has used them. That is a huge company. Kuzik, I have never personally heard of them. You can see that this company has used them before, and all in all, when you look at it, you can definitely tell that it's very high quality. They do luxury market, they do streetwear, activewear, swimwear, couture, they do lingerie, denim, leather goods, high-end contemporary. So you can definitely hire somebody within the United States to do the same exact thing as a wholesaler would. It would be more expensive, but you would be getting better quality. With the quality that you're selling, you will also be able to up that ticket price. And so if you're going for something like a high-end boutique, then this would be a perfect option for you. So that being said, I think that is it, guys. I'm going to be linking all the relevant videos that I think will help you out down below. So make sure you take a look at those and make sure you're watching them. And if this video helped you out, as always, make sure to leave a subscribe on my channel, like, comment, and share this video, and let me know what you guys like the most. And with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!